Hey guys, Broheen here from the Silent Broheen channel, bringing you some brand new videos on the Warrior. Finally level 60. I have a couple pieces of gear so far. Bought some stuff off the auction house, whatnot. Necroscalpel from Archive of Flesh. I have both a DPS and tank set of gear that I do have. Let's see, low equip. And my DPS stuff. I've already had that on. And then a whole tanking set as well, which it's all still a work in progress. So, but anyways, we're going to load back into DPS here because I'm going to put out a little string of DPS videos for Warrior. First one we're taking a look at is Paragon. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. Paragon is 61 Paragon, 13 Champion, 2 Tempest. Now you can do this more than one way. You can have 61 Paragon, 15 Champion, and then you would lose your finisher and Shock Pulse from Tempest. But I like being able to still be able to do some damage to an enemy if for some reason I have to be a little bit at range. So, so fill up your Paragon tree. The 13 in Champion goes 4 in Titan Strength, 5 in Take No Prisoners, 4 in Deadly Strikes, and the Tempest is just 2 in Amped. Buffs we will be using: Turn the Blade, Enhanced Conductivity, Focus of the Body, Soldier's Bearing, Way of the Wind, and Way of the River. Make sure you have Mark of Inevitability up on your bar. That will decrease armor on all of the enemies, or up to 10 nearby enemies. Only one mark can be used at one time. I believe you do get more than one with this, but we use Mark of Inevitability for this build. This build is fairly simple, has only 3 macros, and really it's a kind of a 2-button spam. With, thread the trees here. This macro is just for my charges. Setting Moon deals physical damage and then increases the damage from follow-up attacks. And then Flurry is kind of like, it's a 3-second channel that just does, huge amounts of damage. I keep a stun on the bar in case I feel like PvPing, because Paragon's pretty brutal in PvP. Sweeping Blades, you can turn this into an AoE spec if you need to. However, it decreases all the damage of your attacks by 70%. So, very situational. I hardly ever use it, but, it's good to have there in case. Combat Focus I keep here because, you can use it right from the get-go, and, say you're running into battle, hit this, 3 attack points, and then use your Reaping Harvest, and it'll increase the damage by 50%. Alacrity is what makes Paragon. It's a 10-second window. Your Rising Waterfall, Final Blessing, and Reaping Harvest hit twice, which, within this macro, it's pretty much every button press, you get a double hit. So, it's very, very, very badass. So, let's open up skills and macros. Paragon Builder is show Grasping the Horizon. Suppress Macrofailures, cast Final Blessing, cast Rising Waterfall, cast Death Touch, cast Tranquility, cast Swift Strike, cast Grasping the Horizon, cast Shield of Will, cast Shock Pulse. Now we have Grasping Horizon here on the show because, well, you don't need to. You can show something else if you like to, because I still keep it up on the bar here. This gives you a little bit of range with your attacks, so if you're fighting somebody that you don't want to be, necessarily directly in melee range of, you can back off a little bit and get, a 20 meter distance and still do some attacks for 15 seconds. Let's see, Final Blessing is your heaviest hitting attack, which can only be used when an enemy's under 30% health. So, spamming or hitting Alacrity and then spamming, Final Blessing or your builder macro or your finisher macro. It's in there too, I believe. Actually, it's not. I thought it was. Anyways, but then by spamming your builder, and you know, you'll double hit every single one. Rising Waterfall, Final Blessing, and Reaping Harvest, and a lot of times those are very. If you have your spec and your gear right, and you have a lot of crit power and crit chance, you'll do just massive amounts of damage. So, the finisher. Cast Open the Stream. Well, show Reaping Harvest, suppress macrofailures, cast Open the Stream, cast Reaping Harvest, cast Skyfall, and then your charges, same thing, show Thread the Trees, suppress macrofailures, cast Thread the Trees, cast Bullrush. So now with that being said, let's get into rotation here because our video is going on for a little bit here. We're going to go against this Expert Boss dummy because my gear is not 100% raid, so we don't want to do raid boss yet. So we're going to put on Turn the Blade, Enhanced Conductivity, all the rest of the buffs. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump in with Thread the Trees, then open with Setting Moon, and then hit a Flurry. Then once we use our finisher, we can spam number 8, then number 9, which is Combat Focus and Alacrity. It'll give us 3 points, and then increase damage and hit twice. And then since you have 3 points, you'll hit a finisher right away and spam the builder, and you'll see on the screen all the numbers that come up. You'll see some of the stuff hitting twice. So let's take a quick look here, see if I can get it right. Charge, open with a Flurry. Finisher, 8, 9, finisher again. See how they're hitting twice. And what's awesome about this spec is each attack that you use, that's a follow-up attack, does 2 attack points. So it's 2 attacks, and then you get your finisher every third attack is your finisher. So main thing is key points here. Keep setting Moon up all the time, and then spam finisher, spam finisher, spam finisher. When Flurry comes off a cooldown, you want to use Flurry. And once you see Alacrity come back off a cooldown, you want to use your Combat Focus and then Alacrity and just start doing massive damage. Just realized my DPS meters are not on the screen because of this goddamn layout thing that we have to do every single time that we want to make a video. So can't exactly tell you the full amount of DPS here, but I'm sure if you guys try it, you guys will be more than happy with how this works out. So but that's my spec for Paragon, and I will put the macros down in the comment section, or in the not the comment section, man, I am at a loss for words today, dude. I just give up. So I'll post the macros and all that stuff in the description. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Have fun trying the spec, and you know, go rip some people apart. Thanks.